Dano, family forever. Obviously, love what you're repping up there. Also, good to see you whole. You know what I mean? Good to see you whole. Because yesterday I saw you put out a tweet, and it was pretty depressing. I'm gonna be honest. This app will break you, man. Mm-hmm. And I'm in the middle of, I don't know what time you put that out. It could have been any time of the day. Yesterday was all one big blur. But I remember I was scrolling my phone looking for things, what's going on in Bloomington, what's watch parties just for me to use maybe in game day. And I see this tweet and I go, come on, Dan. No, I don't need this dramatic bullshit. So then I searched Dan Orlovsky on X. I can see how it could potentially break you, Leah. You were really getting it on the shins, brother. Is everything all right? Are we okay? How do we feel?
Long day on the internet. Long day on the internet.
Are you back in the batter's box, or what do we do? Shake it off?
I'm here. Absolutely. Yeah.
Who hates you?
New day.
How do Indiana fans feel about you? Have you been on Indiana? Or have you been against?
No, I picked Indiana. Yeah. I feel like the Indiana fans. I got support from the Indiana fans. The people who hate me the most right now, I believe, are anyone from New England.
Yes.
Mainly the Irish, I would imagine. I believe people from Baltimore have hated me for well over a year. I think the people in Chicago dislike me pretty significantly. So I've got some groups of people who hate me right now.
Okay, so obviously you earned these things. So groups of people.
I don't know about that.
Yes, you did.
Probably.
Shut up. You did from New England.
Yep, there you go.
That's an Irish from the New England.
And it's not just Irish, by the way.
Okay,
the Italians I know don't like him. Basically, everybody in New England doesn't like him. It's not just Irish.
I think
Irish
that's
guys.
Probably fair.
What did you do? What did you do to New England? What did you do up there?
Well, what happened? This is the chain of events. So for the great majority of this season, I have spoke glowingly about the Patriots, mainly the offense.
Don't do this whole thing. Just say
so.
what you did yesterday, Dan.
Can you
we don't
shut
have
up?
to go all the way back, though. It's just what you did yesterday.
I'm sorry. Yesterday.
Okay. And so then going into the game, I truly felt that Houston, because of their defense, would go there and win. They don't. I think a huge part of that reason why, even though the defense was outstanding, was, the play of CJ. CJ just was bad. I mean, there's no other way for me to categorize it. And bad in ways that we just haven't seen CJ be bad. Certainly a guy of his caliber. And so yesterday on Get Up, I said, Houston wins that game with 31 other quarterbacks. And that, I think a lot of the Patriots fans took this as a shot to New England. It wasn't intended to be that. It was more to put the context of listen.
Shout out CJ.
And even while I'm saying it, Pat, I go and credit New England. They made crucial plays in big moments. Drake had some big time throws. But I think Patriots fans took it as a slight to being like, oh, nothing the Patriots did mattered. No, of course it did. It was just to put in the context of surprisingly how bad CJ played and how much he hurt the team. And so it was probably a little aggressive. Yes, probably a little aggressive.
You Orlovsky did a little bit. A little bit. But
probably the better way for me to say it is CJ Stroud did the one thing CJ Stroud couldn't do, right? Just give the ball to the other team. That interception, the first one, that's on first down. This interception, that's on first down. The one that goes off Hutchinson's hands, I'm not putting on CJ. This is not his fault. I can nitpick and say maybe get the ball down on his body, sure. And then the one right before the half, it's on first down. So 3 out of the 4 interceptions are on first down. And they're just head-scratching decisions and throws. Take away also the fact that they score a touchdown on 3rd and goal, but they don't get it because of illegal procedure, because he sends the tight end in motion before the fullback is set. They don't get it, and it ends up to field goal. So you sit there and I go,
got it, yeah.
Well, that's a touchdown taken away. Pick 6, 3 points because of a field position. So, yeah, probably aggressive, but there was no intended slight to the Patriots. Obviously, the defense was very good, and the offense was – I thought Drake played good.
Okay, so then the immediate follow-up is that wasn't a slight. I'm just saying if he didn't do this on first down and all this other stuff, and then the Patriots fans are saying what? You don't think Vrabel would have figured out the other quarterback if they were going into the playoff? You don't think that they would
then everyone's like, well, we just beat Justin Herbert. And it's like, well, Herbert's defense didn't cause I don't know how many
See, and this would
fumbles.
be the mind of a hater here. Now you're trying to find reasons on why they're not good, which is what they probably sensed all season.
Yeah, no. I'm not
let's
a
go to
hater.
Baltimore now. What did you do to Baltimore? So you pissed off all of New England because you've been a hater and you didn't think they were going to be as good as they are.
Yes.
Quick turnaround.
Yes.
Obviously, it surprised us all what Vrabel's been able to do. Drake May's a real guy. You can admit that. You're allowed to change that going forward. Excited to watch you. Now let's talk about Baltimore. Why do they hate you?
Hate me.
That's not a good city to be hated in. I don't think
No.
Baltimore's a good city to be hated in. Just because they're very passionate, great shit talkers. And I watched The Wire.
Yeah, bingo.
And I just don't know.
Have not.
Shit.
Smart.
Have not seen The Wire.
Watch that later if you make up with them. Amen. What did you do?
Actually, I've pondered going to the Morgan Wallen show in Baltimore this summer because it's not in New England.
I don't.
That's interesting.
Well, that's an interesting
I don't
dynamic
know
there. I don't know how to feel.
That's the right.
I
Sure, it's
don't
not
know.
Baltimore, Texas.
I genuinely don't know what the right answer is here. Okay, on that note, why do they hate you down in Baltimore?
I believe they hate me because I voted for Josh to win the MVP last year, and everyone thinks that when Lamar loses, I say Lamar stinks, and when Josh loses, I make excuses for Josh, which is not factually accurate.
Yes, it is.
That's
Josh
kind of your
is
guys'
water.
thing on,
Pretty close.
on ESPN. You know, we're currently on ESPN.
1,000% true.
I said that.
It's literally not true. It's just made up. It's 100% made up.
Interesting.
Okay, 100%
That-
seems
that
like
I-
a pretty high number, like you just Orlovsky did.
No, it's 100% made up that I'm like hypercritical of Lamar. I'm not. Lamar lost in the playoffs last year, and I was one of the people who was like, I can't pin this on Lamar, even though he has the 2 turnovers. And I'm like, one of those turnovers are plays that Lamar 49 out of 50 times makes something great out of. And so I have nothing but love for Lamar. I voted for Lamar the year before
Dan,
an MVP.
Dan,
What?
when the Bills got beat this weekend, all you were doing was bitching about the officiating.
Yeah, and were you kicked out of your X account? Was it not working? Like, what was happening? I didn't see anything coming up whenever Josh Allen was.
I honestly, I didn't talk about the Bills game much yesterday. We didn't talk about it because the McDermott firing.
Yeah, but
Which
during
was
the
another.
game.
That's another reason people from Baltimore were mad.
During
by
the
way.
game,
Yeah, during the game. There
what'd you
was
say, Connor?
Well, there's a lot of things to address here. It seems like
People were mad about the fodder around the McDermott firing because the reasoning was, hey, if you don't win enough, you got to make a change. Yeah, there it is, results-based business. I understand the move. And then the Harbaugh firing, Orlovsky said kind of the opposite thing. Like, I don't understand how you could do anything like this at all.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is my world right now. One
clearly
happens in real time, which is the McDermott firing.
That's what happened.
One, Harbaugh happened not in real time. It was hours after we commented on. I literally said the same thing on NFL Live about the McDermott firing that I said about the Harbaugh firing. Is it the right decision? No, because I have no idea what the next answer is. I have no idea who that next coach is going to be and how good he'll be. 2, you're not going to find a better coach than Sean McDermott out on the market right now outside of Mike Tomlin. We know he's not coaching. I said the same thing about Harbaugh. Just people make stuff up.
Okay, so thank you for clearing the air there. I don't know if people are going to believe you. Maybe you should rip the clips and post them. You're very active on X, except for whenever the guys you like and put the damn wagon on are playing bad, which is what some people have kind of noticed as well. But hey, you're trying to back your thoughts. It's your business. I mean, your thoughts are your business. Your opinions are your business. I understand you got to stand by them. And then let's go to Chicago. What you do to them?
I think Chicago people hate me. I don't know necessarily the why. I guess I said because it was going to take some time for Caleb to master Ben Johnson's offense, and I know if it was going to be the perfect match. Still stand by that. Obviously, the match has worked out, but I don't believe he's mastered the offense yet. No, but I think just because of that.
So you're holding the line with you're in a 3-front war right now. I think it's probably more. There's probably little militias all around that are certainly ready to get in. But you're holding the line. You're holding the line against Chicago. You're saying, nah, I don't deserve this one here. Okay, I'm going to go to battle here. New England, okay. Maybe.
I could get the New England one. I could get it. I can understand it.
Yeah, and
I can
from
understand
Connecticut, you kind of understand the humans up there. You're probably doing a little bit. It's like whenever I talk about soccer. I grew up in the soccer world. Very easy. Just, You guys run a farm league over there
Yeah.
in France, don't you? Just the entire country now is upset about me, some stupid American talking about their league. I feel like you do that to New England because you potentially enjoy it. And then for Baltimore, I'll tell you what, I think you get on their bad side, that's forever.
Yeah.
That seems like
Well,
just a
unless you
town.
go to that Morgan Wallen show. That might.
Yeah, get a microphone.
I think I'm going to look into the
He's
show
in a
in
lot
Indy
of
or
other cities.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
I think there's probably some other cities too. I don't know.
Boston.
Indy's pretty good. Yeah, All right, let's move along. Let's talk about current ball. Last night, we watched the Indiana Hoosiers do something that is maybe the best lower third we've ever had. This is on in airports everywhere. People are traveling back from the game. People are doing everything. It's on cafes. This thing popped up while you were explaining your first war, and it was a big
Who controls that? Who controls that? Is that
Nick.
Foxy?
No, that's Nick in the back. Yeah, it's Nick in the back.
Nick,
Hi,
you're
Dan.
the
Good
best,
to see you.
Yeah, he does.
great to see you, man.
He does the audio in the lower
Pittsburgh.
thirds, so if he wants to mute you, he can certainly do that. And then what pops up on the lower thirds is out of his brain. And I appreciate the creative liberty he took on this particular one. He got a big pop out of me for sure. You know, that's just supposed to keep people informed on what the subject is. So if they were to pop in a little bit late, what we're talking about here, or if you're walking through an airport or a cafe and you see the screen, the lower third and the graphics are the only thing that these people know from this show.
Yeah, there's probably a couple of people stopping, being like, "Yep, me too."
Orlovsky's pissed everyone off. And finally, ESPN's telling the truth. And then they move forward. Now, I said something to Robin Roberts yesterday whenever Reese said to Robin, she said, Reese said, my old Sports Center co-host used to do it back in the day. Robin was like, those are good times. And I was like, that was back when ESPN was good. You know, I said that on game day, clearly something I would say in the moment. And everybody's like, Pat's just taking shots at ESPN. It's like, I think I'm on ESPN more than any human. At this point, I think I am on ESPN more. That was a shot directly at everybody saying ESPN's terrible now because of us. Yeah, and everybody was like, McAfee just killed everybody at ESPN. It's like, no, that was me saying this is what people say about what we've done to sports as a whole. But also, I guess, Dan Orlovsky is done too, you know? So when we have this thing down here, Robin Roberts is like, I fucking built this place for what? For Orlovsky to start a war in 3 different cities with 15 different militias? That's why Reese and Robin doing Sports Center, that was back when ESPN
That's right.
was good. And we're both to blame for that, Dan. I think you a little bit more than me, even though I get lumped into all those things. But I do appreciate
Awesome
that you hop in a batter's box. And once again, I would like to let people know, his opinions are his business, though. So, like, he's certainly going to want his opinions to be right and be good. So everybody's like, oh, he's just trying to justify himself. It's like, but that's
kind of the game.
That's his entire job. Like, that is actually.
Hate when I'm wrong. I literally hate it. I hate it more than I can express in words.
You love when you're right.
Hate.
God, you love when you're right, though, don't you?
No doubt.
You remember when I said this? And it's like, Dan, how many other things you say that? I don't know. But I do remember. I don't know if you remember this.